What's up, Internet? Big J with Big J's Extreme Fitness here in Cheyenne, Wyoming. 20-something degrees outside in the middle of spring.
Yeah.
At the Alpha Omega Nutrition Store with my man, Quirt McDonald. Now, Quirt, we had a couple of live videos. We talked to some people about what they thought or what they wanted to know or how or what it would take to open up a nutrition store. You would be the man to answer that question because why?
I've opened a couple.
There we go. More than a couple. You actually, a real quick story and pedigree with our relationship, you had a store or managed a store down in
Laredo.
Laredo.
But I was working for Complete Nutrition. I was just working for someone.
Okay.
And that's how we met. We did what was it? That was
It was a bench press event or something like that?
Bench press event six years ago. It's for muscular dystrophy.
Mm-hmm.
A fundraiser. Yep. And he was on YouTube in Texas. He said, I called him and he came down.
Yep, we had a good time. And then after that, you opened up your first store.
In Gillette.
Wyoming.
Wyoming.
Up around this area. Freezing ass cold then too. There's something about the north that's always chilly. Mm-hmm. That was a successful opening. And then we went to another store.
Went to Rapid City, South Dakota.
Did that one. And then we went to
Odessa, Texas.
And does that bring us to here, or is there another one between there and here?
No, it brings us to here.
Brings us to here. So
no,
now,
we moved locations in Gillette to another building.
Right.
So you came to our relocation in Gillette because we were across town and moved next to a gym, and then we just opened this one a couple months ago, and we had the event today in Cheyenne.
So what I'm telling you guys is this guy knows how to open up a store. Tell us the secret. What's going on? Why are you so successful in opening up stores? And what can you tell these people if they want to open up a store? The best few steps to take.
The best few steps to take.
First steps.
I wish I known what I know with this store, with the other 3 and 4, or the other 3 that open. You know, it seems like every store that you open that you learn something different, something that you could have done better, something that you did wrong, different ways to market yourself, talk with your vendors, things like that. But the biggest thing is just kind of knowing if you want to open up a supplement store, where we kind of are different is there's nothing out here. There's literally like one other like brick and mortar privately owned shop in this entire state. The demographics, it's huge. Mm-hmm. You know, if you're living somewhere like Dallas or Denver, I'm not telling anyone not to do it. These markets are heavily saturated with, big time players. Mm-hmm. You know, open up, you're competing with everyone around you. Where we were able to open up here, there's nothing. So we're able to bring in brands that had never even been to this state, brands that never tried to be out here, wanted to be here, but there was no store to put their products in.
Location.
And I just like the industry. Mm-hmm. You know,
you got a good relationship with a lot of people in the industry. Not just a couple of YouTubers, not just a couple of CEOs of the supplement companies, but you know a lot of people, and that helps.
I know a lot of people, and the main reason that is, I know some, I got some good relationships, some better relationships than others, but a lot of it came from with you is when we first did that, the thing in Laredo, you started talking about social media, marketing, hashtagging, tagging athletes, tagging this, tagging that.
Now, this day and age, you got to do it.
And what really kicked off with the relationships building part is I do a lot of reviews on our products. And it doesn't matter if it's your products, Frank that's sent over there in the corner, his products. If I review something and I'm on camera and it tastes bad or I don't like it, it's going to piss them off. But it's an honest review. It's an honest review. Mm-hmm. And everyone seems to like that. It doesn't matter if it's a protein bar or, standing behind us like Man Sports, their stuff comes in. We review their products and,
I got to interrupt you. Yesterday, the day before, I told him to try my product live, and I told him I'd punch him in the face if he said it was bad.
He did.
But it was good, though, right?
It was good, and I don't like watermelon anything. I hate watermelon, and it had just not enough of a watermelon taste that I liked it.
But he definitely does honest reviews, and I've seen some of his reviews, and there's a lot of people that kind of get their panties in a wad about it, but being an honest person, an educated salesperson, somebody that's very intent on telling you what's going on with the product, with the industry, with what it's going to do for your body. The education is very important. So I think that's point number 3. You've got location, you've got knowledge of the people in the industry, and you've also got the intent on being not necessarily a good salesperson, but a knowledgeable salesperson and getting people what they need.
And all that ties in together, the knowledgeable salesperson thing is you can't just open a store and think that people are going to walk in because, you sell a protein bar. It means people are going to come in. If you're not over delivering to your customers, if you're not creating some sort of value that makes you stand out from the rest, there's good salesmen all over. There's good salesmen in every single store. We have probably one of the best salesmen on the other side of this counter over there that used to work for, were they Cornerstones is up there, Patrick?
The Nutrition Corners?
Nutrition Corners, there we go, sorry. The Nutrition Corners. He started out in the stores and now he runs America Labs and, helps with Quirts. But the deal is, and he told me this a long time ago, that if you're not delivering value to your customers, you know, and going above and beyond to make them feel, you know, welcome, that, you know, all their needs are met, you know, and that they have just like basically an experience, the greatest shopping experience that they can have where they leave happy and helped. And not just like the greatest experience they've had in a supplement store, but just the greatest experience they've had shopping anywhere.
Now I'm going to cut us off.
They're gonna come back and they're gonna like what you're doing.
Exactly. Now I'm going to cut us off with all the cool stuff up front, especially if you think you're going to open up a store. Let me talk to you about the meat and potatoes about the store. You got to have some money. The demographic has got to be on point. You got to do your analytics. You got to check out what your rent's going to be, what your utilities are going to be, what your insurance is going to be, what your overhead's going to be, how much product do you want to carry. So there's got to be a whole lot of finances involved before you even think about talking about opening up a store. And if you don't have at least 6 months to a year of savings in your pocket to take care of those months that are not going to make you any money, then you're in trouble. Okay? Would you advise investments, or would you advise having a lot of money yourself? Because nobody has any money nowadays.
The first store was funded out of pocket. By me and another guy. It was funded out of pocket.
Okay.
And the stuff that you just said, we made a list and we said, these are products we want, this is our rent, and that's it. We found a building and we went for it. And like all the stuff that you said that we should have done, and my dad said we should have done, and everyone else, well, we really didn't do because you don't want to listen to anybody else. That's what I'm saying. Down the road, I wish I'd made all those steps. We're still here, obviously. You know, it's been up and down and everything, but what we did worked for us. You know, we were able to fall into it, but in a small community where when we opened up, everyone in the town knew us and they showed up. That was the outlier for us.
I think that's a huge proponent.
In a town of 20,000 people.
Yes, having a successful store is your demographics. You go and find a place that really needs it. You go and find a place that doesn't have a whole lot of competition, and then once more competition moves in, you've already got a reputation of being a good guy, of having a good quality equipped store, and having a great sales staff. You have anything else to add, Quirt?
On that, just, you know, like you're saying, just do your homework, look at your brands, you know, whatever you start out your store with. If you start out, we're gonna, you know, this is your mission statement with your store, stick to that mission statement. You know, it might make people mad, it may want people to shop with you, but whatever the premise that your store is based off of, customer service, you know, premium, exclusive products, best products there are, stay with that and don't change. If you open a store to sell the cheapest products there are to just make money, and sell the cheapest products there are to just make money. But whatever you start out with, whatever your core values are, stick to them. Because as soon as people see you change those, they're going to stop trusting you.
Absolutely.
I hope that answered the questions. I know we went all over a bunch of stuff, but that's...
Sure, and there's going to be a whole lot more to offer and to understand and to know and to question, but this is a really good skimming the top part of what it takes to open up a nutrition store. Quirt, thank you so much for being on the channel. All of his information will be in the description box. Please give him a follow, and if you don't follow me, follow now. Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, Intensity Rules, Train Hardcore, and we'll see you next video.